Yes.
I think that's actually good. The audio is good. Greetings everyone, my name is Tajiri Gitonga and welcome back to our second episode of the Seafarers Voice. Today we are graced by two returning seafarers and I will just let them introduce themselves before we get into the show. Guys, tell us what is your name, which ship do you work in, and what do you do in the ship that you work in?
My name is David. David Mutwiri from
Mutwiri.
Meru County.
Awesome.
My first contract, I've done it under Celebrity Cruises. That's under Celebrity Eclipse. That's the name of the ship. For the last 8 months, I've been on board as a barista. Yes, I am a professional barista.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, over to you.
Yes, my name is John Mtembei. I'm coming from Meru, but I'm coming from Meru, and it's my first time experience to ship. I'm working in a Royal Caribbean cruise. Now I'm working Econ of the Seas. My second contract, I'm going to the Econ of the Seas, as it is my pleasure to be there as a seafarer.
Awesome, John. You said your name is John Mutembei. We'll call you Johnny Walker. Awesome. So, over to you, David. You said that for the last 8 months you've been working as a barista.
Yes.
Tell me your story. How did you get the job?
It is a funny story, actually.
Awesome.
I was a student at Meru Poly. Hapa tu
Meru Poly.
Hapa Meru Poly. Si mbali sana. On that particular day, I remember tulikuwa na mtihani, of which I was going to do the exam.
You were going to do an exam?
Yes, on that particular day. Coincidentally, kulikuwa na pia interviews zilikuwa zinaendelea the same venue. For me, I don't know what made me go into the interview, but I decided, like, I think it was fate. It was meant to be. So what I did is, instead of heading to the exam, I said, let me spare 5 minutes. Ningia hapa, I see what to do. I see what's happening. Na pia, maybe I can do an interview. So
wait, so you left the exam. You were supposed to go for an exam?
Yes, I was supposed to attempt the exam. So what I did is, let me spare 5 to 10 minutes. Kuingia kwa mtihani nitachelewa kidogo, but let me spare 5 to 10 minutes. Niingie nifanye the interview.
Interesting.
Yes.
So how did it go? Did you ended up doing an interview?
Yes, I did. Nikaingia, I did my interview as a barista. And lucky enough, nikapita.
Awesome.
Yes.
Did you also do your exam?
Maneno ya mtihani nikachana nao. Maneno ya mtihani nikachana nao kabisa.
I hope your teacher will watch this show and see. So that's where he went.
Mwalimu wangu wa business. Nitakuuliza swali nikipost.
But I'm pretty sure your teacher will also be very glad to see that you got a job.
Yes.
That's the whole essence of working.
Because the whole essence of the education system is usome, upite, you get the skills. Yes. Now for me, nikaenda nikafanya the interview, nikapita, which was very interesting, and nikakuwa very, very happy by the way nimepita the interview. At first I was skeptic, but eventually it has paid out. Yeah, that's what I can say, it has paid out. Yes, awesome. As a barista.
Awesome. Johnny Walker, tell us, you did your interview, you got your job. We usually told about this embarkation process, the process of getting the documents and all that. How was that process like for you?
So it was not easy to get my documents. I booked my visa appointment, and I went back to Mombasa for my SSW document so that I can get it from the Kenya Maritime Authority.
And how was it? How was the process of getting your STCW?
It was not easy. It was very because I was needing that for 1 week, but it took almost. I got there. They told me that just wait for 3 weeks. Will
3
be
weeks.
Ready. 3
got
weeks.
you 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long did your STCW take?
For
the training. How long did the training take?
The training take 1 week, 7 days.
10 days. 10 days. You did it for 10 days. So, I know for you guys it was quite hard to get your documents, but now at least anyone who is coming to do STCW, at PMTI we offer it for 7 days. You do not have to rush after your documents. You don't have to run like a headless chicken. Go to Mombasa, I know it was quite hectic for you, 3 weeks. So here, we will do all the documentation for you. We will send you the documents. So you come, you do your STCW, we will deliver the documents to somewhere very convenient for you to pick. So, thank you for that. Now let's go into the job. So tell me, it was your first time you got on board the cruise ship. How was the experience like? What is the first thing you had to do? How soon after you got on board did you have to get to work? That's usually very interesting.
Pardon?
How soon after you got on board? So, for example, what time did you get to the ship? And then what time did you start working?
When I get in the ship, the first day is a working day.
First day is a working day.
First day, yeah, that is the first day is your working day. Doesn't mean if you are a new hire, you are rehire. So you know your position and you know what you are going to do there. There's no your mom, there's no your dad, there's no parent.
Nobody's there.
Nobody is there.
Nobody's there.
Just is you and your position and your work. You do your best. So because you know you are here to represent your country, you are here to represent your family, you are here to represent as a seafarer. So it is quite hard, but it's good. You learn through experience. So I cannot say it's easy as a seafarer to stay in the water, in the deep sea. Staying without your color, there are a lot of people, nationality. So you must.
Let me ask, and over
Yes.
to you, David. Johnny Walker has told us that there's a lot of, you work with many different nationalities.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in your station, were you the only Kenyan? How many people did you work with? How many different nationalities?
So in my station, I was the only Kenyan barista.
Wow.
Yes. So that made it a bit hard to first of all get into the place and start working, because the first day that you report to work, as he had said, you start working.
First day you start working.
Yes, as soon as they pick you from the hotel, you report to the ship, they give you uniform, you start working.
Wow.
So that was hectic. Now you get to meet other nationalities that some are friendly, some are not that friendly, but eventually you get the hang of it and you proceed with the work as with your own knowledge. You get to learn a few things, but basically you get to learn a lot of things while on board.
So guys, I would like to know, what is the highlight? What is the best part about working on board? Johnny?
As a crew member, the best place in a crew area, you have a privilege as a crew members. You have a rights. As a crew member, you have a rights for everything, but there's a board.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you're given the priority to do everything, but there's a there's a limit.
Okay.
If you have given 3 hours to drink, you have given free meals as a crew member. You have given privilege. You can go outside and then you sleep in the sunbed.
Oh,
As
wait.
a,
So you said free food, so you don't have to pay for your food.
nothing.
Everything is-
Everything is included.
Food, accommodation.
Accommodation
You just work and earn.
and drink. Anything. If you want to drink, you can drink as much as you can.
That's a dangerous thing to tell Kenyans. You tell them drink, they will drink.
Yeah.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yes.
David, tell us the highlights of.
For me, my highlights, tunasema tu chakula.
Chakula.
You get free food, a buffet. By the way, that is one of the best things that you get on board. A buffet of everything that you can eat, as much as you can eat. With time, unakula mpaka unanona. So yes, that was my highlight of the place. The next thing is getting to go visit ports, different ports, which you couldn't imagine. Like you can go to such a country, to such place. The exposure is way different. You get to take lots of photos. If you love Instagram, if you love TikTok,
Yes, imagine.
Yes.
I can imagine your social media account.
yes.
Okay.
So you get to post a lot of content. Yenye it's pleasing to your to your followers. So the content part of it is different and it's fun. It's way too fun. The next
amazing.
part is the salary.
Salary. Of course, I was just about to go there. I wanted to ask how much you're earning. Ndio tukitoka hapo nje tukupige ngeni. I'm kidding. So,
So-
tell me, yeah.
The salary part of it, what you used to make in Kenya, honestly, you make more. You will make
Way
more.
more.
So that's part of being a seafarer.
Tell us,
You make
if
more.
you're comfortable, tell us roughly how much you would earn and how frequently you would get paid.
Okay, depends with your position. Every position has got a different pay grade. The payment is made by 15th and then by 30th
So
of
every
every
15
month.
days you just have
Yeah,
your cash.
every 15th and every 30th they get you get paid, and they give you like a debit card, like your own Visa card.
Okay.
You can swipe anywhere that you want, even in Kenya. Yes.
Even in Kenya you can use
yes,
this card.
the card.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they top up your they pay you through the card, and you can be able to transfer to even to M-Pesa, by the way, from the bank to M-Pesa.
Nice.
Yes. So even in Kenya, while you have your card, you can be able to swipe
That's
anywhere.
amazing.
Yeah, this
Awesome.
is that was very good.
That's very good. Mina
Yes.
kusikia how much you guys were earning. John, tell me. You don't have to tell me exact amount. You can just tell me maybe roughly how much you are earning.
Kenya money ama dollars?
Which one is better? Tell us in dollars.
Dollars is per month yenye na hand basic salary is 1,450. That is a basic. That is a basic yenye nalipwa,
Ni unalipwa.
na kuna zile zinaitangwa za marupurupu kama restaurant. Unaweza kwa wiki as a cruise ship, for after the end of the cruise there's a envelope, barua ya mgeni ya kusema asante for the service you get it from you.
Okay.
That is not the company. It's a
So
guest.
mgeni anakupa hiyo barua ya
Yeye mwenyewe anakwambia this is your service, we appreciate. Na hiyo barua inaweza kuja upside down.
Hey.
Yeah, so you make sure unacheka kidogo, unampatia service yenye inafaa.
What do you mean upside down?
Upside down anaweza kuja akaandika akasema service ikuwa mzuri.
Oh, so you have to make sure the service is good.
It's good. So siku ile nilikuwa nitoke kwa port niende nikatembee, itabidi nirudi class. You learn this service kwa nini kupatiana nzuri.
That's true.
So this is
That's good. David, how are your numbers looking like?
Maybe I can give a range.
Yeah, give us
But
a
what I
range.
can say is in terms of tips, the tips sometimes do surpass your salary.
Wow.
Yes, the tips sometimes do surpass your salary, which is honestly one of the best things.
Yeah, I can imagine.
If you remember what used to pass through Kenyan payment system versus what you're getting now, it is way better, way better. That's why I would encourage any Kenyan out there to be a seafarer.
Yes, fair. Yeah, the
Be a
tips
seafarer.
are interesting. I want to get paid in tips. That
Yeah,
sounds
if
amazing.
the tips are
Overtime.
the tips,
Yeah, the
overtime.
tips
by the
can-
way.
Overtime.
You
It's
mentioned
overtime.
overtime.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I can imagine by the time you get your paycheck, but your monthly take home is, for example, it's way more than your salary. It can be more than your salary.
Yeah,
So you get
sometimes.
double. So if we're talking maybe if you're getting $1,500, you can get 3,000.
30,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So hiyo ni kujituma, like
hiyo
umejituma
haina tax.
yako
Haina
yote.
tax.
Umejituma
Haina
yako yote.
sijui,
Yes.
no fee,
Yeah.
no accommodation, get food there.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
you get free food, you get free accommodation, you get flight ticket.
You get flight ticket as well.
Yes, paid for by the company.
Wow, that's good.
Yes, an example for us, Celebrity Cruises, what they have done is they have introduced like you no longer need to pay for your first ticket.
Oh yeah, because that was an issue. You had to
Yeah.
actually you were given the ticket and then you pay later.
Yeah, they pay for you the ticket, they pay for you everything. Then you have to refund while on board. So you have to pay for the ticket while on board. So
The
you have
first
to,
ticket.
yeah, the first ticket.
Okay.
So whatever amount the ticket came up to, which was a good thing because
That is good, bro.
an example for me, you remember my story,
Yeah.
like going to exam,
Okay.
I deviated and I did my interview.
So you were
where
not ready really for
I,
this.
financially, we were not ready at all. So that's one of the many perks of working for the same company as a seafarer.
Yeah.
Yes.
They really do take care of you.
They take care of you, everything it's considered like your living standards, the best living standards ever. Yes, there's always better, but as
There's
per
always-
what we've experienced,
It's really
that's the
good.
best. Yes.
That's very good. So you mentioned about travel.
Yes.
The last seafarers we had, one of them mentioned that they've been to over 26 countries.
Oh, wow, that's
That's a
perfect.
lot. So let me ask, over to you, John. Which is the best country you've visited?
The
And
best-
why? What happened there? Tell us.
The best country I visited, all zenye nimetembea, Malta. Malta is my best. Even if I want to go vacation, I'm
You go
gonna
to
be Malta.
What happened in Malta?
Malta is the port is very nice compared the town, the city
clean,
is clean,
Beautiful,
beautiful,
friendly people.
Yes, of course.
That's
And
amazing.
it's
That's
the
really
best.
good. So you would recommend Malta?
Malta.
That's where you're paying for my next vacation. David, tell me, which is your favorite country to go to and why?
I've done around 7 countries.
Wow.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
In comparison to the 26.
26, that's
yeah,
crazy.
that I would love to
You'd
do
like
the
to do
26.
26.
Yes, that
You know-
is one of
With 7 countries, I feel like you're the most traveled person in your family.
yes,
Even in your
actually,
village,
yes.
probably.
Yes, probably.
If you just combine everyone in the village.
Yeah, I would say the same. I
Yeah.
would say the same, but I'm not an outgoing person, so most probably there's somebody mwenye amekanyagia story yenye
yeah.
hataki kuambiana, like
Yeah.
there is always better, there is something that people can be able to do. Yeah, but for me, for now, naweza sema yes.
You might be there.
Yes,
That's a
kama
lot
kuna
of
mtu
travel.
kwa village yetu amekanyagia story, please tell people
Tell people, yeah.
about
and-
the opportunities
and they were
out there.
probably also a seafarer.
Yeah,
Because where would you travel to 7 countries? What kind of work would you be doing?
yes.
That's amazing.
So for me, my favorite country,
Uh-huh.
okay, sitaki kwenda mbali, let me say home of East or West. Home is always the best because you're spending. You get to earn in dollars, you get to come back in Kenya and spend your money in
In
dollars.
Kenya shillings,
Yeah,
or in dollars.
Once you convert it, you get a lot of advantage.
Yeah. That's good.
Exchange rate is good. So yes. So spending wise, I would say Kenya.
Kenya is good.
Kenya is good. 'cause
That's amazing. So I didn't think I would
Yes.
hear that before.
Kenya, the amount of freedom that we have,
Uh-huh.
the spending wise, I would say Kenya. Yes, there's beautiful countries out there. Hawaii
Hawaii was
Hawaii
stood
was
out for you.
perfect.
Yeah.
It kind of stood out because once you taste the pineapples from Hawaii,
Oh wow.
yes, something snaps in you.
Wow.
Yes, once you taste pineapples from Hawaii, the scent from the pineapple is super perfect.
Yeah.
The people, the lifestyle, everything is perfect.
I see a lot of pineapples when they're talking about Hawaii. I didn't know it's a thing.
Yo, Hawaii, that's one of the best places.
Okay.
It's similar to Kenya in terms of the temperature, in terms of the way people are.
So it felt like home.
Yes.
For
We visited Fiji.
you.
Fiji was also perfect because it's similar to Kenya. Their currency is actually broken down into the same like similar to Kenya.
Oh, the denominations.
The denominations 5, 10, going upwards.
Right.
So it was kinda, and the people are very, very good. Actually, they invite you to their sitting where they seated. Because I remember there was a time that we went to this place, like a market. We found old men. Some were like Tanganyika. They do know Tanganyika. That's Tanzania.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you tell them. And then Kenya, being that we've played rugby
Rugby,
with
yes.
Fiji. So,
You've been on board. You've come back.
okay.
Tell us, as your fellow Kenyans, your brothers, your sisters, tell us what you would advise.
Okay, for me as a barista, if you remember, I told you I was the only barista in the ship, which I felt was kind of unfair because there is so many qualified baristas out there in Kenya, qualified baristas that we did training with while I was in Kenya. And I also felt bad that we had Kenyans who were on board, like they had done 8 to 10 years on board, but this information nobody could share with this information that there is opportunities out there. Yes. So for me, it's just to share the idea that there is seafarers jobs ziko mingi sana, of which there is growth. So not necessarily employment in Kenya only, that you can also work in a cruise ship
And dollars.
and earn in dollars, which is good.
Unasikia sahi the goal is to pray for Kenya from outside of Kenya.
Yes,
You earn
uombee
in dollars,
Kenya.
unaombea Kenya.
Unaombea Kenya ukiwa nje ya Kenya. Ukiona watu watupa mawe, uko like hapana, this is wasted energy that could be applied somewhere else. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
John,
Yes.
what would you tell your fellow Kenyans?
And I can tell my fellow Kenyans, this is the opportunity, and it's everybody opportunities. You are capable to do it. I am here as a Kenya.
You're a testimony.
Yeah, I am a testimony.
Kama wewe ulienda na ukasurvive,
tunaweza.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah.
See, as a Kenyans and my fellow youth members. Usijali. Tuko na tulienda kama tujulikani.
Yes.
Afadhali sahii ukifika mahali unaweza sema hey John, tajiri, kuna my brother hapa. Nisaidieni hivi. We are here to grow and to exchange this country to be more.
That's good.
The more tuna earn, the more tuna build our country.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good. So, one question I would like to ask. You know, most times I tell people there's seafarers jobs. I'm having a recruitment and placement agency. You have to get the seafarers jobs. The first question people ask me is, do you have to know how to swim? I don't know why people assume that you'll be working inside the water. And then people usually ask, do you have to go to Mombasa to board the ship from there? So tell us, do you have to know how to swim? David?
Not
you know how to
really.
swim?
Na hii miaka yangu yote bado sijui kuswim. Before going on board, the only ile maji nilikuwa nimeona mingi ni ya karai. Yes. From what I saw is kuna maji mingi huko nje na ni kubwa sana. You don't know how to you should, it's not like a requirement lazima ujue how kuswim. You'll survive. But you also need to get the basic trainings of how to survive in case of an emergency.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's where STCW comes in.
Yeah, that's where STCW comes in.
Guys, do STCW banner.
Yes, STCW is very good in terms of you get the basics. If there is a fire on board, how can you fight the fire?
Exactly.
If the ship is grounding, how can you be able to escape?
Okay.
You get to know the terminologies of how or the terminologies
Like
used on
bow,
board.
forward.
Yes.
What is forward?
Forward. This is the forward part of the ship. And then there's aft.
Aft is the
Nyuma
back
kabisa,
side. Yeah.
huko kabisa.
And
Midship, decks, sea of floor.
Deck is this?
Yeah, sea of
That,
floor.
it's
Sea
not
of
a
floor.
one. Not floor one. It's
Yes.
called deck.
Deck 1, deck 2,
Interesting.
deck 3, deck 0. So you get to learn a lot.
That's interesting. At least ukienda huko, you don't go unaambiwa deck 1, I-95 or deck 2.
Yes, especially during the drills,
Yeah.
because utaambiwa kuna moto mahali, it's a drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a drill. Unaambiwa kuna moto mahali, deck 1 forward,
Unashangaa deck 1
Hii-
forward. Mtu anaongea kizungu bado ama? Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
John,
Yes.
tell us which documents someone would require. What documents would you advise mtu akae tu nazo ready?
Documents zenye unafaa ukuwe nazo ready. Naona hapa kuna PMTI.
Yes.
Na mko ready ni kuwasaidia, maana yake naona ni kuwasaidia. Kwa vile kama mimi nilienda huko Mombasa nikazunguka na nyinyi mko hapa,
Yes.
mko ready kuwasaidia.
Exactly.
Chenye naweza sema ni kuwasaidia, maana yake utaenda Mombasa ujui mahali utalala. Utaenda Mombasa ujui ni chakula gani utakula.
Okay.
Na
mtu amezoea
kidheri,
kuna pata tu mapochopocho mama Amina
mbaazi za nazi. Maisha
huko ni
imekuwa.
wapi?
So hapa mko tayari na mnaweza wasaidia. Na mimi na hata mtu akiniuliza unaweza enda wapi usaidike, tajiri,
Yes.
uko tayari kuwasaidia.
Uko tayari.
Na hizo documents zenye uko nazo, afadhali unaambiwa msafiri ni mwenye yuko bandarini.
Okay.
Si ndio? Safari ya leo upangwa, ya kesho upangwa leo. So kama kuna hizo documents, SW inamaliza 5 years.
5 years.
Good years.
Valid for
5 years.
Yes.
Visa is a 5 years.
Yes.
So kama uko na hizi documents, medical ndio unaweza fanya ikiwa ya mwisho, manake hiyo ina expire.
Yeah.
So kama hizi documents uko nazo, kuna mtu amefanya degree na ako nayo kwa nyumba na ameiweka, inangojea siku ile itamachua.
Yes.
But
Kuna siku
itamachua.
Atulize uko nayo?
Uko na niko nayo. Unaona kama sasa hizi documents uko nazo. Tajiri sasa umepata opportunity ya kupeleka mtu, mambo kuna watu wanatakana haraka.
Yes.
Si lazima utaenda kutafuta John. Documents zako ziko wapi? Kuja tukufanyie SW alafu ndio uende. Kama venye ulinitesekea.
Mbio mbaya. Nilikupeleka mbio. Remember?
Unanipeleka mbio, sina pesa na wakati nilikuwa na pesa sikufanya. Na unaweza kuja ukafanya na ukalipa pole pole. Si ndio? Mnaruhusu kufanya pole pole na
for every process. Okay, kama mimi I remember ni kukimbia back and forth sitaki kupoteza this opportunity because I've already wasted my exam.
Exam ishaenda so
sina documents sijui naanzia wapi. That was hectic. That was one period yenye singetaka kupitia tena. Cause lazima ukimbie utafute document, lazima ukimbie utafute shule wakutafutie wakwambia ende ufanye hivi, shule wakwambia ende ufanye hivi. But from this PMTI of which I've interacted with different students na pia nimeona what you guys are doing, this would have been heaven sent if
I can imagine.
Imagine me coming from Meru County, navuka county ngapi mpaka Mombasa
to do STCW.
Yes.
I can imagine.
Huko kwote
10 days.
Yes.
My lord.
10 days. Ujui utalala wapi? Ujui unakula nini? There's some night I used to sleep hungry.
Unainama.
Yes.
That's what we call it.
Pesa itoshi. Documents zinahitajika saa hiyo.
Yes.
So utafanya nini?
Utakula ama utanunua documents?
Yes. So for me, what I would advise is kama if you have an opportunity to do these courses, kuja PMTI, utapatiwa kila kitu. You do vile amesema, vile my colleague amesema. You do your courses earlier, ukingojega nini? Placement.
That's very good.
Yes.
So I think you would advise, for example, I would say these people who unapata mtu ni waiter, mtu ni chef, akona all the experience they need, akona the skills, the knowledge. For me, I think as a recruiter, I would tell them. Sometimes, as John said, we are usually asked for candidates. Sometimes you wake up and you're given a requisition, you're told, I need 10 chefs. And you need them within a week or 2. So the first thing I usually look at is my database. Who has ever applied with Genesis? And do they have STCW? Do they have a passport? So I think I would back you up. I would tell people, get your passport. Get your STCW documents ready. They are valid for 5 years. Your passport is valid for 10 years. Have these documents ready. Watu wako na degree imekaa nyumbani, but you don't want to get STCW, which, you know. And something else I would tell people, you do not want to do last minute rush. Yes. STCW, it will cost you around 30,000 if you do it in PMTI. Your Siemens book, you had to pay $70. You know, so this comes up to around 50,000-60,000. And then you also have to do your passport in case you didn't have it. Passport ni karibu 10,000.
Yes.
You know, so if you are asked for this money lump sum,
Aiko. It's better ufanye hiyo STCW sahi, ungoje uiweke kando, hiyo umemalizana nayo.
Yes.
Usikuje kukimbililia ukiambiwa nini? Tajiri amekupigia simu akwambia if you have your documents kuja.
Yes.
So usianze kukimbia ukitafuta documents sasa lazima niende class. The period ni kidogo sana. Sometimes unapata your letter of employment, it has to be pushed forward. Sababu gani? Hauna document.
You lose that opportunity.
Yes. Sometimes hata ujui inapushwa forward up to when. Inatolewa kwa system, hauna. I have had friends mwenye hawakupitia the process, like wanasema wataongoja tu. So their LOE unapata imewekwa for pending.
It's just pending.
Haiko kwa system juu ioni, so you're not sure. But if they had uploaded the document as soon as possible, na walikuwa wamefanyia kitu yote, ndio hiyo. If you have the experience, wapishi, everybody, as long as umefanya something to do with the courses, kuja malizia STCW yako uweke tu kando, na utapata eventually hiyo vile umesema lump sum. It's better utoe kidogo. Eventually itakuwa nini? Utapata you've cleared small goals. Everything. Umepata documents zako zote.
Okay. That's interesting. You've mentioned the opportunities on board, because we want to tell these Kenyans, we have so many lifeguards, tukona sijui barista, you've mentioned barista, waiter, chefs. What other opportunities are there on board? John, ni opportunities gani umeona? Which other ones? Electrician,
kuna
plumbing.
Yes. Kuna
Tailors, by the way,
tailors,
we've got yes. Okay,
Cruiseship
it's organized in such a way that it's under every department. Ikona so many opportunities. We've got more than 5 departments.
Wow.
Yeah. Na each department ikona 2 subcategories.
Yeah.
2 subcategories. An example, housekeeping department.
Yes.
Unapata kuna laundry. Kuna tailor, kuna cleaners.
Public area cleaners.
Public area.
For the public areas.
Only public area. Kuna staff area. Kuna pool attendants. All these positions.
Now swimming pool pia itahitaji
lifeguards. Yes, kuna pool attendants. Yes, kuna lifeguards. So there's so many opportunities zenye ziko pale hivyo.
Now watu wako Kenya. We have lifeguards in Kenya.
Yes, tuko nao.
Pool attendants. HR wako Kenya.
Ofisi zote kubwa.
All the offices they have. Direct. Imagine.
Yes. Na hizo opportunities zote ziko waiting for us guys. Tuzinyakue, tusingoje.
Amazing. So as we wrap this up, maybe you can tell us how you would like to mentor, because you guys are here, you have decided you want to give back. Maybe you can tell us how you would like to mentor the rest of us here at PMTI, because I know people will come, watatafuta John, watatafuta David. What should they expect from you when they come? Johnny, tell us.
Chenye naweza sema watanitafuta. Na kuna wamesikia mshahara ni mzuri. Kitu ya kwanza amesema mshahara ni mzuri. Lakini chenye naweza mwambia mtu yoyote, ndugu yangu, babangu, mwenye atakuja, kitu moja ni discipline.
That's true.
So niko hapa kwa mwezi moja na wiki 3 as a crew member. Na niko nafanya na restaurant. So niko hapa kwa assist my sister, my brother kwa hii shule PMTI. So in case anybody want to see me, you want to get my knowledge, I have my experience to exposure. Everybody, I am here to assist for 1 month for training for restaurant as a teacher.
So wakikuja students they should know.
Yeah.
John ndo atakuwa anatufunza.
He
will teach us everything that we need to know.
No.
Kama unaingia kama waiter.
Yeah.
Perfect. Tunakam.
Sawa.
Over to you, David.
For me, when I began the process, I was skeptical at first. I thought hawa watu ni wezi wanakuja kutuibia.
This can't be free.
Iwezi kuwa free. Aje mtu ampatie kazi ya kulipia ndege na kuwakufikisha kwa meli aje. Okay, for me, first of all, niko happy hivi kutoa that skepticism.
Wait, now that you say that, yes. Please tell us. You didn't pay anything for the job?
Yes.
Very good.
The skepticism. Hakuna kitu nafaa ulipie in terms of recruitment fee, because I've had friends when wanakuonea huko nje wakiambiwa lazima ulipe this amount of money ndio upewe kazi. Yes. Something else ni kuambia like tumeenda na tumerudi, ndio sisi hapa Kenya, tuko Kenya. Of which that's a testament. Yes. Kuambia it's a true thing. The recruiting agencies zenye, because I remember you helped me a lot by during my process, of which I was like, ayo kijana hapana.
Anakusaidia tu hivyo for free.
How ajaje. I never paid anything apart from my documentation process. Sikulipa anything kupelekwa to the cruise. Next thing is to mentor these guys. Na pia kuonyesha the life on board. Na pia the courses that ziko pia tunasaidia kidogo hapa na pale. Yes.
Awesome. So mmesikia, John and David will be here for roughly 1 month.
Yes.
So guys, take advantage. Come to PMTI. September is the last month of the offer. So make sure you come do STCW and the offer is still on. The offer is 30,000 Kenya shillings for the fees for STCW. This also includes accommodation and this also includes food. So wewe unalipa 30k, food, accommodation and the fee. We won't ask you for any more money. Make sure you come before that offer ends. Also, for recruitment, make sure if you're looking for a job as a seafarer, when an agency reaches out to you and tells you, oh, we recruit, one of the main things that can help you know whether they are a real agency or a con agency is if they ask you for money. If anyone asks you for any money so that they can give you an interview, run. Kimbia. Learn from the experts. These guys have been on board. They know what you need to do. They will tell you, unaamka, this time you get to work, this is what you do, and this is what you need to know. We have taken our training to the next level, where we tell you, we don't just train you on the knowledge and skills, we prepare you for the job itself. So this is why you need to come to PMT as soon as possible. We have intakes coming in September 4th. We have a bar training. We have F&B and service for the waiters. We also have housekeeping course. We're also introducing a lifeguard course for those of us who want to join as pool attendants and as lifeguards. Make sure you come. We're having our September intake. We will share our number. Call our number. Inquire anything that you need to know. So even as we wrap this up, thank you guys for coming. This was our second episode. Tune in for our next episode to see. We will have more seafarers in different departments. You'll get to see what they have to offer us. Thank you guys for coming. See you next episode.